Well, hello from a very, very cold and windy Bracelet Bay in the Mumbles. Yes, I've actually managed to get out away from my immediate local neighbourhood, down to my one of my favourite places in the whole world down here to take some pictures, obviously. And the purpose of the journey out really is to do a comparison between my X-H2 with the 10-24 and my D800E with the 17-35. Now, if you remember, and if you don't, or haven't seen it, I'll put a little video card up above linking to a similar video where I compared the X-H2 to the D700. So this really is a bit more of a equal, even test, I would say, resolution-wise anyway. The Griswolds and Dexter, they are here with me, but they've gone for a walk. There's a path here from Mumbles out towards Langland and Caswell. They've gone for a walk along there, and I think Bethany's going to try and collect some sea glass, probably on Limeslade Bay. The tide is just on the turn, so high tide was around about an hour and a half ago, and now it's going out. So it was a little bit of a rush to try and get some images. Once the tide turns here, it comes in and it goes out quickly. So trying to get identical shots proved a little bit tricky, but obviously I'll put up what I've got later. I'm now going to go and do what I usually do when I'm here and take a picture probably of the lighthouse, which I must have shot at least 100 times, I would say now. The light is it's nice and soft. It's like the cloud is acting like a glorified softbox. So it's been kind of ideal for a little bit of long exposure photography. I say long, I think there's about 1.6 to 2 seconds were my longest ones. So I'll either take a picture of the lighthouse, or I might move down the beach a little way to a different rocky outcrop and take some pictures there. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, it's been lovely just to get out, to be honest. I've got my new Shimoda camera bag with me, so it's the first outing for that. And yeah, been a really enjoyable little half hour taking pictures. It is very, very cold though. That's the only thing. It is bitterly cold. The wind is is biting, so I've got about nine layers on. I look like a Michelin man. Anyway, what I'll do now then is I'll show you where I am, and not that you don't know, and then we'll relocate to somewhere else and take some pictures. Here we are, the glorious, wonderful, lovely Bracelet Bay in the Mumbles. As I said, one of my favourite top 5 places in the whole world. Craignorth Castle, or Country Park, here, Ibiza, where else? I'll have to have a think. Anyway, here's my new Shimoda camera bag. I'll be doing a little, not a review, because reviews have been done to death, but a little introduction to my new bag in the coming days, so keep an eye out for that, if that kind of thing floats your boat. And yeah, that's it from me here at Mumbles. Next time you see us, we'll be back in the bosom of the warmth of my studio, come office, come spare room, come tip. Right then, see you later. All right then, back home, thankfully in the warmth. It was absolutely freezing cold down at Bracelet Bay this morning, and even with 3 thermal layers and a down jacket on, the wind was bitingly cold, and that came as something of a shock, I can tell you. Another shock was the difference in performance between my Fujifilm X-H2 and the Nikon D800E. I was looking forward to a really close contest between the two higher resolution cameras, but left a tad disappointed at the Nikon. Now, I shot both exposures identically with no real change in the sky or the light between shots. But the dynamic range performance of the Fujifilm really knocked the Nikon into next week. Now, I deliberately chose a high contrast scene with a bright sky and dark rocks to fully test the cameras, and normally I would have shot bracketed images really, but for the purpose of this test I wanted to shoot just the one. And while the Fujifilm in that one image captured the whole scene in one go, enabling me to both bring down the highlights in the sky and the waves while also increasing the shadows in the rocks. The same can't be said of the Nikon. Both cameras were shot at f11 base ISO, so 125 on the Fuji and 100 on the D800E, with a 2-second exposure. Of course, a tripod and remote shutter release were also employed, as were a Case Wolverine circular polarizer and 6-stop filter. There's a raw comparison between the two images on screen right now, Fuji on the left and Nikon on the right. Now, it's clear that with the Nikon I would have needed to either bracket my shots or employ a graduated filter, and I no longer own any. Another difference is that the Fuji performs in-camera lens correction, straightening out the horizon, whereas with the Nikon I had to use the profile correction box in Lightroom, but no biggie there. On screen now then is a comparison between the two processed images. Again, Fuji on the left, Nikon on the right. But could I go back to shooting land or seascapes with an old DSLR? Well, not really, I don't think. The workflow now with a mirrorless camera is just so much easier. That's not to say that with a little more care I could have got the same result with my Nikon. Just what is the actual point when the Fujifilm is so capable, really. It just goes to show how far sensor technology has come, though, as I really didn't expect the smaller APS-C one to beat out the full-frame sensor, certainly not in terms of dynamic range. And there you have it. For my ever-decreasing land and seascape outings, it'll be the Fujifilm that accompanies me. It's just so much extra bother with a Nikon, and while I dare say I'd probably enjoy it once I relearned my DSLR long exposure workflow, the ease of use and the lighter weight really of the Fujifilm kit wins hands down. I'd be interested to hear your views in the comments, so let me know what you think, and were you as surprised as me by the dynamic range performance of both cameras? Whatever, just be nice in the comments and be nice to each other, okay? See you on Tuesday with a review, not a review, see you on Tuesday with a look at my new Shimoda camera bag. There we go, see you then, ta-ra.